What's good, everybody? This is Mr. Composition, the MC that writes fiction, and we are about to go in on the leaks for Black Clover, chapter 261. And man, this is what a lot of people have been waiting for. So if you check out my video prior to this, we were talking about some theories in regards to chapter 261 and just the direction that they were going to be going. Now, I mentioned that if the vice captain does show up, it will have to be kind of like lighthearted. I think I mentioned like it would be like a joke or something, but it needed to be in a way to diffuse the situation. Now, what's interesting is, so here on the leaks we have, as far as the cover, Asta and Yami. Asta's facing forward and Yami's got his, we just see his back. Now the first page you see Asta crying, and basically the devil is just all like, you're weak, and if you were stronger, basically like the rough translations is what I've been hearing that it's been saying, and it really is kind of heartbreaking to see Asta cry, like, because that he really tried. And like I said, it would be interesting, exit Yami and enter, exit Captain Yami, enter Vice Captain, and Lord behold, like it's cool. Like I'm glad that was confirmed. I put a bunch of different theories out there, but this one in particular, I was just all like, it kind of makes sense. If right when the captain leaves, I was just like, yo, the vice captain has to come through. And when you see, they didn't waste no time. This is actually still going on. Like, Asta's still on the floor from, or the ground from, as far as the previous chapter, and as he's on the floor, this person comes up, removes their, whatchamacallit, their hood, and they, introduce themselves. They are the freaking vice captain, and based on this, I can't tell whether it's a female or male. I mean, with the next page, I for the most part, I want to say it's a male. But what's crazy about this, so apparently the vice captain's name is Neck. This is the shadow user. Now, what's crazy about this is that he is, or she is, a devil host, a demon host, like legit, and the demons called Satan, so I I'm trying to figure out like the power levels. I know everyone's just saw like, yo, how powerful is this person? Because not only is he a vice captain, he or she is a vice captain of the Black Bull. I want to say that it's a guy. I've seen that long hair style. You've seen it with Lick and Patry. So I think that's a guy. It would be cool if it was a woman, honestly. Like, that would be really dope, but doesn't matter. What does matter, vice captain has a devil host, and we don't know how much percentage or in what way can he use this power, because we've been seeing the percentage, scaling, as far as with, for one, Asta was an anomaly, just for the simple fact that prior to the deal that he made, he was using the power, but he wasn't affected by it. He was able to call on it from, his grimoire. And then we have, as far as the devil users that we've seen with Vonica, freaking, I just had like a brain fart with everything. But with, the Zagratis brothers, siblings, and then also the people that are with them are able to use it as well. Now, we have Dante's demon Lucifero. And this person's devil's name is Satan. That is wild. That is wild. So, within that, basically, they let them know that their Yami's still alive, which we pretty much, guessed. Um, but apparently, the vice captain's going to show Asta how to use his devil power. Now, this this is amazing. So, do I still think, based on these four images that we have, one of them's the whole entire cover, but that's not to say that there isn't details in that. Like I was saying before, if you notice with the anime, and this is why I like watching both, because I feel like even though we're physically watching the anime, they leave little hints to specific things that are currently going on in the the manga. Now, there's a lot to unpack here. So, based on these three, I'm hyped because this is such a big reveal. There's so many questions. Now, one of the things that I seen someone pose was the Amnesia be furious, and the thing is that how many other devil hosts or demon hosts are actually for the good? And that's my thing. This person was a spy. For one, how did Yami even meet this person? And what it when has he been have they been in communication? Like, and how deep does this rabbit hole go? I mean, it could go a bunch of different places, but hey, now based on this, so let me think. All right, so it's funny, like that phrase Dave Chappelle is just all like, let me think. Based on this is gonna be great, because we are looking at the fact that they're not like ridiculously unstoppable. Dante, Xenon, and Vonica. Now, the only person that gives me any type of concern, honestly, is, like I was saying before, is Xenon. Because even though they position Dante as the lead, he's the oldest, he has Luciferio, everything like that. I honestly, I don't know. Like, I feel like that was done in a farce, like an illusion type of thing, to divert our attention. I think where all the attention honestly needs to be on Xenon, and we'll see how this all plays out, and how much of this was actually a part of the plan. Sometimes, Yami seems, absent, but he is very intelligent. And I want to know how much of this stuff, as far as prior to the attacks, how many of the people in the, like, Julius, the queen in the forest, I want to know how much of this information did they already know, and are they just letting things kind of play out in the way that they're supposed to play out? I'm not sure. I would love to get y'all's thoughts on it, but I think that they're not like impossible to beat. It took a souped up Asta, and him having to do a contract with his arm, and it took Yami surpassing his limits to take out the quote unquote leader at 80% power. Now, I do understand if they decide to be on the board with all three of them at one time, that can definitely be an issue. But I I don't know. I don't know. We have to look at the fact that Noel and Mimosa and Sekri and Little Bachiko. It's not like they had a bad idea. Like, as far as trapping them when they were at full power, it's not that it was a bad idea. I just didn't think that they didn't know just what all they were dealing with. And even though Lola Chico had fought her before, there, people get better. Some other tricks up their sleeves and everything like that. So when it comes to Vonica and Majukula, personally, I was surprised. Like there's something that they're doing which is very weird, which is allowing the quote unquote boss get like destroyed first, which again leads me to believe that there's something different as far as the importance of the siblings. It might be like rearranged, but I feel like the first person to actually bite the dust, as far as from all three of them, um, I don't think it'll be Dante. I honestly think it'll be his sister. And I'm sorry, all the ladies out there and everything like that. And not because she's using the least amount of devil power. I think that she may end up like falling on her own sword type of thing. Or, like I was saying before, I think that all three of them are actually getting played, honestly, as far as the Xenon, Dante, and Vonica. I personally think they're all definitely getting played. I think that using that much power, even though they walk around, somewhat looking kind of normal, they're completely deranged and psychotic. Like, it's not even, and of course, what that's going to do as far as you being influenced to do something. Like, we've seen it with the elves. Like, that, the word devil was saying just how easy it was to like manipulate this whole situation, and these were quote unquote good people who or beings that he took advantage of that and just had like them made with all this like hatred and things like that when they reincarnated. Now, when it comes to as far as the Zacratis siblings, I mean, I feel like it's going to be something similar to where they probably do go through to an extent with enacting this, which I hope that in order to enact it, it doesn't require like a trade, that Captain Vengeance and Yami get, legit clapped off. But like I said before, and many people brought up, death is really weird. Like I said, even with the Golden Dawn members that died, parentheses, who knows by the end of this particular arc whether or not they're going to come back. So, we'll see. But the biggest reveal, the biggest thing right now is the fact that we get to see the vice captain. So what else do you think is going to go down in chapter 261? I think other than seeing, we're going to see as far, I feel like we're going to see this part and we'll get a little bit more information as far as it. But I think that either by the end of the chapter or midway through, I feel like they're going to have to double back to, because this was such a big reveal. I feel like they're going to have to double back to either and what's going on with that, or because we don't know this time frame. He said he's going to show him how to use this, his devil power and things like that, but we don't know how much time any of what's going on has to be. So we don't know how long Dante's going to be out of commission. We don't know how long it takes to actually enact as far as the tree of Cliffloft and everything like that. So those are some things to consider. So what are your thoughts? Do you think that they're going to go back to, as far as in this chapter, I know eventually they will, do you think that they're going to go back as far as to or do you think we might see some more Heart Kingdom to see what happened with after the explosion, because I know like that was a completely different. That was a completely different cliffhanger. And what do y'all think about the vice captain? Like the reveal of that. I think it's so freaking dope. But yeah, drop a comment, leave a like, and talk to y'all soon.